everybody. Tonight, I'm going to be your conductor on the funny train. Let me punch the laugh ticket and welcome aboard.
I'm just going to wheel the food truck. Does anybody need anything?
You guys, it's time to get on the Starlight Express.
Chugga, chugga.
Time for some March Madness.
Hey, everybody, I got it figured out. I am a technical whiz. Welcome to the Bring Your Own Improv, 5th of March, 2021, 7 p.m. family-friendly show. To all the good people out there watching us on YouTube, thank you also for joining in. You know what? While you're out there on YouTube watching the show, why not hit like and subscribe if you watch it on Facebook? Because that's what we're watching it on now too, right? Like and share it on Facebook. Technology, it's beyond me. I'm old. You know, we are here out here. We want to give you a good, fun little time. And we have moved to a pay what you wish, what you feel comfortable paying type of environment. We want you to enjoy yourself. The most important thing to us is that you are here, that you're out having fun, getting some laughs, getting some giggles, getting the belly tickle, whatever you want to call it. Nobody in my life has ever called laughter belly tickles. But now you can start doing it. And, you know, pay what you're comfortable with paying. If you feel it's worth, this show's worth $10, pay $10. If you feel it's worth $100, throw $100 on there. Give Benjamin a ride. If you think it's worth $1 million, I will give you my home address to send that check to personally. Woo! You know what's fun? Watching the show in speaker view. If you haven't done it already, up in that corner up there, I think I'm pointing in the right direction. Probably, there's a button that says view. Yeah, click on that and put it on speaker view. You will get full-size me! Totally worth it. Full-size all of us tonight. That is the way to watch it. You might not realize if we got a chat function here. Say, what? Yeah, 2021. We got it all. Right down there, there's a button that says chat. That's your indicator that that's where the chat button is. And the chat function is. Chat button, chat function works great. Why don't you everybody click on that and everybody type in the chat what your favorite thing about my big gray beard is. Am I making this about me? I am, because that's what I do. Oh, I like it. So many great comments in there. Oh, my heart is so warmed. Well, as all of you know, I am Jared with the great big full beard. But you know what? We've got some other super duper funny people here tonight. And I would like to introduce them or allow them to introduce themselves to you. Hey, Jonathan.
Hey, Jared. As I watch this, I realize I'm what happens if you and Daniel have a baby.
And we've got Audrey.
Coming at you live in full 640 resolution.
We've got Amy.
Coming at you live in 3D.
We've got Meredith. Oh, sorry. Well, I am jumping all over lines already. We've got Meredith.
Whoa, coming at you in smell-o-vision.
And we've got Ian.
Coming at you later in 4D. Or maybe that was earlier.
And we have one other very, very important person we need to introduce tonight. You know what? Look at me with technology right here. We've got one other very, very important person to introduce tonight. I needed Ian as my sidekick there. We have our fam. Whoa, you know what I think we should break out right now? The Fam Cup.
Fam Cup.
Yes.
Do
Daniel, how am I doing?
You're doing great. Do you remember all the things that Carrie's supposed to do? Because there's a lot of fun things that Carrie's supposed to do. Do you know that I'm not as good at doing them? Because you know what I didn't do?
I'm going to throw out a
Fam
wild
Cup. Random point.
guess right now.
I was like, okay, we're on Facebook, we're recording, I got the sound shared, I got everything. All right, I'm in the good place. I'm warming up the crowd. This is good. Yeah. Yeah, just put your name in the chat and I'll just draw randomly from people who have their cameras on, because I don't want to like ruin anything, for that. Hey, you know what? I saw Corey first. You know what? Corey's the fam for the 7.
Wonderful. So Corey is our featured audience member tonight. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and jump on out and let's bring with us our professional question askers, Jonathan and Audrey.
I'll be playing the part of Audrey.
I'll be playing the part of John. So Jonathan.
John, you know what? I'm just going to stick with Jonathan because I remember my name. Corey, what's up, dude?
How's it going, Jonathan?
Not too bad. Audrey, your question.
How was your day?
Pretty good, Audrey. Thank you.
Excellent. Great start. Great start to a normal conversation.
Corey, important question here tonight. This is big. I haven't talked to you in a while. Did you have a good dinner?
I did have a good dinner.
Can you specify?
I did. I have a nice delicious grilled cheese sandwich.
Ooh.
I like it.
So grilled cheese sandwich. What is the peak type of cheese to be used in a grilled cheese sandwich?
Good question.
The way to go is American cheese
American cheese. All right. So like in square slices.
in a square slice.
That's very important information for our classified documents. Thank you.
That was amazing because you said American cheese, Corey, and I time traveled because I got to the end of the show and I heard myself say challenge. And I feel like I need you to justify the choice of American cheese because, as what I like to call myself, a fromageophile, I need you to justify why American cheese with all the, like a good Gruyere or a nice smoky Gouda. Talk to me about American cheese.
American cheese is the brand that people like to have in grilled cheese, or people like what rats like to eat. And of course, there's nothing better than like American cheese than the way it tastes for everybody to have.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, you should definitely get on the advertising game. Maybe get sponsored by American cheese so that, become a product manager. So you mentioned that rats love American cheese. What other animals would you like to share your grilled cheese making skills with?
Well, if I did have an animal to share a grilled cheese sandwich with, it would probably be maybe a rabbit.
A rabbit. Interesting. And everybody knows that like rabbits kind of associated with Easter. So what would you like? What are you looking forward to in springtime?
Springtime. I'm looking forward to go back to bike riding, walking throughout my neighborhood, and plus, hopefully, when this whole virus thing spreads out more, finally go back into stores. And pretty sure, and plus, I'm getting my second vaccine next Wednesday.
Nice. So Corey, I have to ask, when you're going back into stores, you can pick one store, but they don't have American cheese. What would you buy for dessert?
What would I buy for dessert? I would buy.
What would you buy for dessert?
Maybe brownies.
Audrey, might I interject? I have a question part deux. Brownies. Now, I'm not from New England, And New Englanders put stuff in their brownies. I am a brownie purist. Are you a stuff in your brownies or a stuff not in your brownies?
I always like just plain fudge in my brownies.
Okay. I like it.
Thank you.
Great. We'll take that under advisement. Starting to wrap up these questions here. If you are in a store that still sells CD cassettes, what sort of either like, you know, a tour or maybe music or whatever would you like to listen to?
Well, I'm a rock and roll kind of guy, more like an oldies rock kind of guy. So I like to listen to, of course, some people that know me already, like Billy Joel, of course, Queen. I like to listen to the old time stuff.
Well, that was the interview right there, everyone. Corey, I am also a stuff in my brownies kind of guy. We would like to bring out Meredith for our first game. Meredith, where are you at?
Wah, wah.
Almost, you're getting it. You're so close.
I will be doing Meredith voiceover. Look, I'm doing technology. Check that out. We're going to be playing a game called Sing It. And in Sing It, one of me is going to get to tell one of this cast as they're doing a scene. I like brownies that have Coke. Well, Meredith, you're just going off script. Try again. Okay. I was trying to do it in a New Hampshire accent. I'm sorry. So we're going to be playing a game called Sing It. And in Sing It, our cast is going to be doing a scene. And at some point in time, I am going to say the word sing it after I've, of course, properly unmuted myself. And they're going to have to sing whatever line they were doing. Just like right now, if I were to say myself, sing it, I'd probably go, Meredith, you need to turn on your mic. Oh, Meredith, you need to turn on your mic. You're killing me, Smalls. Exactly. And yeah, I like it. I know she's yeah, definitely. I'm trying to read lips and she just said she likes craft singles best.
You know what?
I'm still muted. I was muted.
The whole time. Start from scratch.
Jonathan, thank you for introducing such a wonderful game. Amy, what came from the board? Please.
Something from the board?
Yeah.
Let's kick it off with rabbits.
Rabbits. The scene will be about rabbits. Can I please have Jonathan and Audrey up here for a scene about rabbits?
Hey, Larry, you got anything from the picnic baskets? We need to start making some deliveries.
Well, listen, Tyrone, the picnic baskets, they're off limits this year. This year, I think that we're going to go for picnic blankets.
Wait a minute. So I need to wrap everything up in a blanket like chocolate that's going to melt, carry it around like that?
Exactly.
Like Santa? It's copyright infringement. I don't think the union will let us do it.
Sing it.
I don't think the union will allow it 'cause of subclause, and then he will sue, and he's got better lawyers.
Listen, I'm not above a little bit of defamation of the big guy up in the North Pole, because you know what? He's too big to fail. So
sing it.
Yeah, but we're the
I heard he's too big to fail. I think that we would get away with getting all of the things that we could say about that guy. It's Santa Claus. Santa's too busy to deal with what we rabbits do. So much to do before the big day in the springtime now.
What if we use the big carpet and wrap this stuff up in a carpet?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You know,
Yeah.
big carpet.
There
We
we
could
go.
get one of them. What if we get a flying carpet?
Sing
We just
it.
wrap it up right. If we just got a flying carpet, we could wrap up all the candy and then ride around in town. And then we'll take the candy and we'll throw it on the ground. It will be messy, but it won't melt down. We'll throw the candy. We'll throw the candy. And then we'll throw some more candy because the kids eat candy. And then we'll throw a little more candy and maybe one of those marshmallow peeps. It will be wonderful. And then we'll work with the dentist. Yeah, we should probably talk like a toothbrush.
That's right. All right. We got his sleigh gimmick. We got his sack gimmick. You know what else? There's got to be more to his enterprise that makes him so successful.
We could get smaller woodland creatures to work for us and do all the hard stuff.
And scene. Great job, team. Ah, there we go. Great job, guys. I guess I'm going to hand it off to Ian.
I guess you are. So we're going to do another introduction with the microphone on because it didn't work so well with the microphone off. Well, that's what we call a remake. And so that's what we're going to do in this game. We're going to do remakes. So I'm going to have one volunteer come up and act out a movie scene with one of our cast, and that will establish the movie. And then we'll kind of see some other directions that might take in a different genre or milieu or style. So would someone like to be in this first movie with our cast? Just put your name in the chat, say, hey, me, volunteer, indicate your interest if so. And while waiting for that, if people could in the chat, talk about some of their favorite movies to give us some inspiration. What are some of your all-time favorites? Just put them in the chat and we'll get some ideas from that. All right, I do not see any volunteers. So we will start with Amy and Meredith, who will be in our first movie. And I think, this will be inspired by old time rock and roll, whatever that means to you.
Hey, Bernadette, you promised you'd give me quarters for the jukebox.
I'm telling you, Margaret, I don't have any nickels from the Depression era. I only have pennies. See if there might be someone who could exchange them for you.
Oh. There we go. Thank you.
What?
I said thank you.
You're welcome, dear Margaret.
Here, let me pick a selection.
Make it nice. I like a good, nice selection of music to listen to.
Oh, this sounds like a retro one. Back in Black, AC/DC. That should be nice and soothing.
Get it in. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, your soup is flying all over the place here. Let's clean you up.
I'm so sorry. I got it on my Velcro shoes.
It never comes out of Velcro now, does it?
And I think I got my hip out of place again. We'll have to see Dr. Stevens. We should call him.
I'll set up that appointment for you right away.
But before you call him, let's play one more song. One more good, nice, easy listening song.
Of course.
You're such a good dear, Margaret. I appreciate it.
Well, you are my favorite niece. I mean, my favorite aunt. I'm your favorite niece. It works that way.
It
And
does.
scene. You are my favorite niece or aunt or something. It works that way. That was of course a classic closing line that we'll remember for years and years. But we won't remember that whole movie. It was a little bit forgettable. So we decided to remake it, and we brought in Audrey and Jared to do so. And we know those were old rock ladies, but of course, we want to see Audrey and Jared eventually.
I was there once.
Yes. And we're going to see, going back a little bit further, what that would have looked like if it were in fact a English period piece. So that same story as an English period piece.
Well, I do say that I had the distinct pleasure of going to visit Beethoven's very own home this evening. And Beethoven, it turns out, he has written yet another symphony.
Oh, that's mighty good. I like a good symphony. I haven't seen one since the Great Potato Famine in the country across the way, which
Yes.
lines up with Beethoven.
You know, I'm mighty grateful that I saved my very, very poor niece from destitution and brought her up in this very eloquent neighborhood, which values the arts above all other things.
Right. She don't have no 6 pence or 5 pence. She nary has a farthing.
Exactly. Here we pay for everything in sterling pounds. But let me tell you, here, you can take this tuppence and you can give it to that composer over there. And that's right, Mr. Franz Liszt. He will write an entire piano concerto just for you.
Oi! I love a good piano concerto. And if there's one thing I know Franz Liszt loves, it's straight cash money. Let's see if we can get him to play.
All right.
Pling!
Oh, this is my jam. This is assuredly my jam.
Right!
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell you lies and hurt you.
I tell you, Cassandra, this is going to give me the vapors. It's such an exhilarating experience. Perhaps I'm experiencing hysteria.
Blimey, you might be. I can't believe we fell for Franz Richard rolling yet again. Blimey.
I indeed have been Richard rolled by Lord Franz Liszt himself. I cannot bear it. I shall take to my bed for 3 to 6 months, and then perhaps I shall feel better.
Possibly you might. I can't believe a blood relative like you fell for that. I don't want to say I'm disappointed, but there's disappointment running through my veins right now.
I'm so sorry. Perchance you could put my entire collection of valuable sterling silver to use. Here, take my silverware. Please. It's the only thing in my
This
estate
is
that
why
has
you're
value.
my favorite niece or aunt or what, however it works.
And scene, of course, when you have all that lead in everything that's built back then, it makes your memory a little bit faulty as to what the relations are. And of course, that was just like A Room with a View, and I'm sure is going to get lots of Oscars, but it was considered a little mature. So they decided they need to make something more for the whole family, and they brought on Jonathan and Meredith to do that. As we got to see basically the same movie, the same plot, and Jonathan and Meredith came on to do it. Eventually.
No, it's me. I'm unmuted.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And you're ready to show us that movie yet again as Muppets. It's the Muppet version.
Hey, Piggy.
Well, I never, Kermit.
Piggy, we've talked about this before, and I'm gonna be up. Piggy, I'm over here. I'm Piggy. Piggy. You know, we've tried to work on the big number for a long time, and you're I feel like you're not really listening to me, and you know what? I need you to take.
You're not even listening to moi. Don't you see that I am the big star for the show?
Piggy, we know you're the big star. That's why in the intro I did the whole thing about introducing Miss Piggy and blah 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 and everything. But you know, I need you to bring this sheet music over to Dr. Teeth and the boys for your big number.
What do you think I am? Some kind of PA? Not more?
Piggy, you sent Scooter out to get you more coffee. Remember, you needed the fresh whip on your cappuccino. So I'm kind of busy. I'm trying to like sell tickets. I'm trying to get your setup. I'm working on your costume because all those cappuccinos are making a little bit of a splittage. But can you just bring the music over to Dr. Teeth and the boys, please?
If I have to do everything.
I just want to hear that they've got it right, and I'm dying to hear what they're gonna do for your big song, Miss Piggy.
You are going to have a big song? For moi?
Piggy, I feel like your head is not exactly in the game right now because we've been talking about your big song and your big number. And now I'm afraid to find out what you've been talking about.
Oh, Kermit, I love you so much.
Piggy. Can you give us a bit of that big number? So...
Maestro, play the song.
Animal! Animal! Animal!
Kermit,
Yes, Piggy?
I thought the song was about me. Now look at me. I'm covered in animal fur.
That's
No matter. We will play another song.
All right.
You'll be back.
All right, well, Piggy, why don't you sing the song for us so we know how it goes? Piggy, hold on before you start. Make sure your microphone is on. Get really, really up to the mic so they can pick you up. All right, that's good. That's good. Go.
I am me. Oh, Kermit, I love you.
I love you too. That's why you're my favorite pig / co-star.
And scene. Hey, that's the one that's going to make all the bucks at the box office. No doubt about it. Amy, what do we got next?
Well, Ian, I'm glad you asked. You see, a crime has been committed here today. I know. And we're going to play a game called Interrogation Room. Woo! Jared actually has committed a crime. So this is a guessing game. We are going to be sending Jared out to our breakout room where he cannot hear us or see any chat we type in.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Jared. It's that simple. Now, we have here, Jonathan is going to be one of our officers interrogating Jared. Jared will have to guess what crime he did, where the crime was committed, and who his accomplice was in the crime. So Jonathan's going to be able to give clues as he interrogates him, and we can take a volunteer to also be another interrogating officer, clue giver. So if you want to volunteer for that, you can just type that into the chat.
That'd be this part over
Like-
here where y'all are typing right now. So it's
yeah.
with the keyboard or voice to text or
Okay,
somebody.
you know what? If we don't get any volunteers, we'll get another officer. Oh, I see Meredith's eager to help out here. So we can have Meredith be your officer partner here. And now let's figure out what Jared is going to be guessing. So he's gonna guess what crime he did. So you know what? In the chat, spring is just around the corner. What is something you just can't wait to do in spring? Like outside, enjoying the outdoors. I know we with Corey talking about walking. Just in the chat. Here. Okay. Wait. All right. You know what? We've got climb trees in there. So his crime was climbing trees. You know what? I see the zoo was also suggested, but rather than give that as the location, I think we're just going to combine this a little. So he was climbing the trees in the monkey enclosure. Or, well, that's kind of a location there. He was climbing trees shaped like animal topiaries. That's the combo. He was climbing the topiary trees.
We got a 9 o'clock we need to be free for, you know that, right?
All right, he was climbing trees. We'll just leave it at that. Climbing trees.
No, you said animal topiary, and now the audience wants animal topiary. So I guess we're doing animal topiary. All right. Thank God we're not doing the Kermit and Piggy voice for this one.
All right, climbing topiaries. You know what? We had the zoo. When you were a kid in school, or you know, what was your favorite field trip, or a field trip that you liked in school? Type that into the chat. Or not. Okay. Oh, Sturbridge Village. Oh, that came from going to the ballet. Excuse me. All right. Climbing topiary trees at the ballet. That's our where.
I'm afraid Jared doesn't know what a ballet or a topiary is.
We'll bring him there.
You're gonna bring him there. And
Right.
I was gonna ask for the who his accomplice was, but we've got a good one there that just came up in the chat. And that's the accomplice was the Statue of Liberty. So
okay. We got this.
All right. Now, all you watching, very important here, as Jared's guessing each piece, and that is climbing topiaries at Sturbridge Village. Oh, no, wait.
Ballet.
No, what did I say? It wasn't
ballet.
at the ballet.
Ballet. Oh, my goodness gracious. Randy
Ballet.
Newman's writing new songs
I
for you.
know. I should have napped. Climbing topiaries at the ballet with Statue of Liberty. So as he's getting warm in this, and please, we're gonna need all your help to get him through this. Start snapping. Oh my goodness, my brain is not working tonight. Snap or give him a thumbs up in the window there. And when he gets a piece, that's when you're gonna clap, and because he's certainly gonna deserve it after what I've just done here. So we sent out a note for him to come back in. Is he coming in yet? There he is. All yours, guys.
Hi. What a nice room. That big wall over there. It's like
dirtbag.
That fourth wall. I like it.
You know what? I can't even talk. I'm so angry right now.
It's okay, Gerald. Just calm down. We'll be okay. Now, Gerald, I think that we need to ask Jared some questions. Now, Jared, we all know that you know what you did. You could just go ahead and just tell us. We don't want to, I don't know, cause you any struggle, because our bite is not as bad as Gerald's bark is, okay?
Oh,
Exactly.
I didn't even know that was illegal. I like doggy dentures. I took some doggy dentures. It seemed fun.
No.
But they were made out of juniper, and they were 14 feet in the air.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're just really surprised about your agility skills more than anything else.
What can I say? I like to crawl juniper trees and steal dentures up there.
Do you know how much damage you did to the penguin?
Well, you know, he's a smoker. Smoking is bad. Sometimes I go to the Batman villains. I like to go see them and say hi.
Don't get me started on that unicorn that you also just decimated.
Right! A penguin and a unicorn that got decimated. Sometimes I like going to the zoo for imaginary creatures. And also non-imaginary creatures now that I think about it.
You know, that's so sweet that you think that you were at a zoo. But what was the real problem was that you just looked 14 feet up into the air and you said, that's where I'm going to be.
Yeah!
The poor guy with the chainsaw. You pushed him out of the way to do this. You pushed Phil out of the way with a chainsaw. Larry was going nuts, and you pushed him into him. People could have been killed by what you did.
Well, come on! Who doesn't love throwing some movie villains around to float in the air? Possibly at the top of a basketball hoop.
Well, we are not sporting with you here. In fact, actually, I want to emphasize how many years it took to finally get that unicorn and penguin here. A lot of work and effort and many years.
Sure! Sorry, I keep jumping in before you. The nice fella asked me a question.
No. You know everything. You go right ahead, Jared. Go ahead. Tell us exactly. I'm looking at your rap sheet. There was a gateway crime. You were kicking over bonsai trees. That's kind of a dirtbag move.
Sure! You know, everybody knows space-time continuums float exactly 14 feet above the ground, and that's the best place to go and find magical creatures like people with chainsaws and unicorns.
So Jared, I just really want to emphasize that it's not very nice. We want to be kind to these things. In fact, sometimes it's nice to reach your arms around them and give them a big old hug, especially if you're really one with them.
You know, if you were some kind of Earth Day nut, I could understand this. If you were an Earth Day nut or some huggy kind of person who wanted to protect them, that's one thing. But you looked at the penguin, you looked at the unicorn. According to the file, you also a monkey and I don't even know what a gnu is. I think it's some kind of wildebeest. I don't know. But you looked at them. You made a conscious choice. And you went, I want to be up there, not down here, looking at these.
Well, yeah. Somebody put the TV up really high, and I just wanted to be part of the 1980s daytime television. So I crawled right up there, and there I was.
You think this is funny? You think this is some kind of joke?
Well, kinda. The 80s TV shows was, I thought, kinda good.
What I'm really concerned with is the fact that you didn't use any safety precautionary devices. No harness, no chalk, no grippy shoes. You just zoop, right on there, right on up there.
Limb of a limb. Could have been killed.
Could have
killed
been
somebody.
very dangerous.
But yeah, I love climbing trees. Everybody loves climbing trees, right? Just like my childhood.
Oh, Jared, Jared, Jared. It would be fine if you just climbed regular trees. I just can't believe that you did this to the penguin and the unicorn and the gnu.
I think it was more of a wildebeest, actually.
The wildebeest.
Well, yeah. Trees that start with the letters in the word pug are the best trees to climb, so I did it. That's not legal.
Oh, you sweet summer child. What I'm really concerned with is that maybe you lack the understanding of Phil's creativity with his chainsaw and how many years it took for him to mold his trees that way.
Phil, I don't know if you know this, but I'm looking at the file. Actually went to college for this. He started off with he went to a community college and majored in bottomary arboreal services. And then he graduated and went on to the PhD program to work on the other things.
You know, when I'm out in the Pacific Northwest and appreciating the historical antiquities that are there, I love to take the chance to climb a totem pole.
If only it was a totem pole.
If
Because
only.
then we could have you put down. But it wasn't. It wasn't. This was still living. It was still alive.
It
That
was
gnu?
the gnu. The unicorn was also alive and you killed it. You smashed it when you climbed up it.
Yeah, you know, I can't remember what they're called, but I just love when people go and they make shrubbery look like some sort of fantastical creatures. I love it. I gotta climb on top of them and try to ride them.
You know, I want to give you a thumbs up for that, you know, for being like such an outstanding citizen, for admitting it. But you're such a dirtbag. I need you to come out with these words. I need you to tell me, you jerk, you sap. Sap, you see what I did there?
Yeah!
I mean, Phil went to bottomary college. He worked his way up from the bottom of his airy training all the way to way up above there.
The branches! I climbed up to the branches! The syrup, the maple syrup! I licked the maple syrup, the tree blood! I sucked the tree blood dry!
I gotta be honest, this guy thought that the sap thing was a clue and not just a clever insult.
Clever!
You know what'd be really nice right about now? A pretty color, perhaps something between the brown and pink.
Seriously, he doesn't know the word for the pretty shrubbery things, and you think he's gonna know a color? Look at the guy. Look at the guy.
Brink?
No. Moving on from colors.
Yeah, let's.
My favorite part about these trees is how distinct they are. I see them all the time in different gardens and big, beautiful parks.
Sure. Unlike other trees that are not distinct and you never see in gardens and parks, I like to climb bonsai trees.
Well, that's when you're at the bottom. when you're at the other end.
The treetop, which is a kind of a color between brown and pink if you think about it. I love climbing trees all the way up to the, is that periwinkle or is that like a blue? I think that's a blue.
All the
Is
way,
it easy to breathe up there?
all the way up to the what?
Treetop.
The top, yes. Yes,
Top.
the top.
Yeah, the top. I love climbing up to the top. That's fun. That's a crime. I can't believe it. There are too many laws on the book if you think about it.
You know, the top.
So,
It's a fun word.
you know what's really exciting is that we need to make sure that our friend Jared here only listens to the dulcet tones of you, Jonathan, for a hot second.
All right.
I love bring your kid to interrogation day, though.
Yeah, he's the guy who climbed the bottom Erie. That kid climbed the bottom Erie, and look what's happening. He climbed the bottom Erie. The bottom Erie, and listen to what's happening to that kid.
Wow! You know what? I was just thinking, you ever suddenly remember a word out of the top of your head? Oh, I was climbing the topiary. Topiary. I loved it. I can't believe that's illegal.
You know, it is legal, but here's the thing, is where you did it.
Oh.
At such a formal event.
Mm-hmm. And I understand that maybe it was because you were trying to get on the top that you spent the whole time on your tippy toes. I can understand that.
Yeah, you know, if I'm going to climb topiary, why even have topiary at the ballet if they're not going to let you climb it? Blew through that one, huh?
I am just really disturbed, actually, more than anything else, that you coerced her to do it with you.
He loved it.
I mean, I can understand why. I don't know if it was, if you needed the light or the boost, or, you know, you just the huddling with the masses waiting to climb it. I don't know.
Oh, I love her because she's historical. Well, that's good. I love history and remembering things from history.
And
Oh, you do.
you know, what's even more impressive is how you were able to get with someone so connected to the people who do ballet so well, the people of France. She's so connected to them.
She's like a gift.
Oh, yeah. If there's one group of people I am super duper intimately aware of, it's ancient French women who love ballet.
And the fact is that she's no longer French. She's a U.S. citizen now, and she's always here to enjoy everyone's company. She's like a hostess with the mostest and welcomes everyone here.
Well, yeah. If you're going to climb something high, you want someone tall, right? And someone with a torch to burn stuff, because I like burning stuff too. Who else but the Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, that was very surprising, considering that I thought that, you know, all that time that she spent in the clanker before, she would not do that anymore.
No. So I really need you to I need you to come right out and say what you did, where you were, and who you were with.
Are you sure? I feel like I should call my attorney first. Should I call my attorney first?
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
You seem trustworthy.
Dirtbag.
Are you sure? I feel like my lawyer should be here for this part. No.
All right,
okay.
let's get that confession out. Come on.
Oh, fine. Yeah, fuddy duddies. You know it's a crime to climb topiaries at the ballet with the Statue of Liberty.
And scene.
And thank you. Let's put Jared out of his misery and pass it over to Audrey.
More than happy to oblige, Amy. Well, climbing topiaries is something that you might do, but that action could also mean so many other things. You could be a cat at a scratching post. You could be trying to get your mailbox open to get all those letters inside. That leads us right into our next game. Try that on for size. The game in which you will be performing a repetitive action and have to find different justifications for what that action means. Whether you're clapping for your friends at Bring Your Own Improv or you're just trying to get a fly that is just barely out of your reach perpetually. So if anybody would like to play this game, please put your name down in the chat so I can read it. I already see Corey, so we will put him in the lineup. And while we're getting gets, let's see, I heard on the board that Corey was making grilled cheese. What is a food that you would love to be eating right now? Please also put that in the chat. All right. I'm not seeing anybody else sign up, so we will go with our show order, which is Jared, John, then I'll put Corey in the lineup, Amy, Meredith, and Ian. So our first two up will be Jared and John. All right. And Jonathan, I would love to have Jonathan join us under his legal proper name. And let's see, I see lobster. So whatever lobster inspires to you, Jared, please commence actioning.
A lobster clicking my claws. Try that on for size.
I'm explaining to Audrey what my real name is. Try that on for size.
I'm holding a puppet show with two puppets who always talk at the exact same time. Try that on for size.
I'm Meredith during her intro. Try that on for size.
I got little tiny cymbals and I'm a little tiny percussion section. Try that on for size.
I'm clapping that you finally got that last clue in the last game. Try that on for size.
I am slowly just using my fingers to climb a topiary. Try that on for size.
I'm easing myself back into working out after COVID. Try that on for size.
I am squishing that melted American cheese between the two pieces of toast right now. Try that on for size.
I am stroking your luxurious beard. Try that on for size.
I am a cat just scratching a little tiny bit of my scratching post right now. Try that on for size.
I'm auditioning to be that little kid in the 80s movie waving goodbye poorly. Try that on for size.
My arms hurt, but I'm gonna dry this nail polish. Try that on for size.
I'm really, 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 really tall, but not tall enough to see over the fence. So I'm trying really hard. Try that on for size.
I'm a little tiny bit hot, so I'm just fanning myself a little tiny bit right now. Try that on for size.
I'm a little teapot. Oh no, I'm a sugar bowl. Try that on for size.
I'm all out of ideas. You win.
Ooh. I also feel really guilty because you guys have been doing this for about 600 minutes. So Jared, thank you so much for your commitment to the bit. And we all have Corey join us. We do have Corey joining us. So one of the last things I heard, he was doing a little percussion instruments. So whatever a band, rock band means to you, please take it away, Jonathan.
Rim shot on that awesome intro, Audrey. Try that on for size.
I'm slapping somebody because I don't like them. Try that on for size.
I'm Tony the Dancing Cop coming out for just Christmas. Try that on for size.
I am throwing my stuff into the garbage. Try that on for size.
I'm Daniel trying to open the show. Try that on for size.
I am Elastigirl. Try that on for size.
I'm Meredith looking for a mute button. Try that on for size.
I am throwing a softball sideways like this. Try that on for size.
I'm dancing 70s music style. Try that on for size.
Apparently, Jonathan doesn't really have the rhythm like I do. Try that on for size.
All right, you both have been throwing people under the bus. So you know what? You guys are both out. I think you guys, I also feel Again, I feel very guilty about you guys having to use your arms so much. I'm just trying to save your muscles. All right, so now we have Amy and Meredith. Let's see, I heard softball being used in that last round. So whatever sports means to you, Amy, please take it away.
I'm pitching a ball. Try that on for size.
I'm throwing a snowball. Try that on for size.
I'm checking my 3D camera. Try that on for size.
Girl, look at my nails. Try that on for size.
Ew, I got cat puke on my hand. Try that on for size.
And Shazam! A rabbit. Try that on for size.
Ooh, I rolled snake eyes. Try that on for size.
That was mine. Try that on for size. Good job,
What was
Amy.
yours, Meredith? What was yours? Answer me this. Oh, Meredith, you tried your hardest, but we all know who won the sports game today. I'm going to bring Ian on for another good old round. Let's see. I heard that Amy was using dice, so whatever board games means to you, Amy, please take it away.
I'm moving my thimble. Try that on for size.
I'm playing whack-a-mole. Try that on for size.
I am fitting the pieces in perfection. Try that on for size.
I'm dealing with the world's largest pincushion. Try that on for size.
You must return this book on this date. Try that on for size.
I'm counting my many kittens. Try that on for size.
Eeny, meeny. Yeah, we'll decide.
I'm filling out a Scantronic form really badly. Try that on for size.
Nope, these popsicles still aren't frozen yet. Try that on for size.
I'm flipping little tiny pancakes with my little tiny spatula. Try that on for size.
I got nothing. I'm out.
And scene. Talking about popsicles and pancakes actually ended up making me really hungry, so I was going to end the game anyway to go get some dinner. Thank you so much to all our players. And I think it's about time to pass it all the way back to our next game.
Audrey, don't go too far because we're going to play a game called Slogans.
Boy.
So what's going to happen is our cast is going to be here playing this game called Slogans. And they're all going to be on the screen. If I could get our illustrious cast to join us. So we could give you a great example so you can see if you want to play. We got Jared. So, you know, we're going to use Jared for this right here. And we got Ian. And for example, say it was the slogan for the Statue of Liberty. One of the cast will, or one of you will do as such. They'll have a great slogan. See how Ian's hand went up? So then we call on Ian and I'd say, Ian.
I say, Statue of Liberty, you can really carry a torch for her.
Exactly. And you can just say something witty and funny, and then you don't have to do anything else. Somebody else will do something. This is a great game to volunteer for if you just want to kind of hang out. I see we've got Corey. You could just stand here, take a screenshot of yourself, be like, look, I played the game. I was improvising. And that's really, really cool. So you can totally do that. So we're going to grab Corey. We got Corey. That BYOI person is going to do it. So let's add the BYOI person. Who is that person?
Daniel.
Let's see, we got that person right there.
Daniel.
Oh, look at, he started the video and now I'm out. So you know what? But what I need from the audience is I need some examples of things that we're going to come up with the best slogan in the world for. So what are favorite household appliances? And while we're doing household appliances, we got air fryer. I'm going to write some of these down because I'm old. I like paper, stove, immersion blender, bread maker. I'm just going to scroll. How's that? That works better. Yeah, we'll just scroll. It's easier. While we're doing that, we've got some of those air fryers and blenders. I also need a job that you always wanted to have when you were a child. And while we're doing that, I also want If you won the lottery, what would you buy? And if you were any kind of cheese other than American cheese, what kind of cheese would you be? If you were a waffle other than a Belgian waffle, what kind of waffle would you be? And if you were a food particle in Jared or my beard, what kind of food particle would you be? You know what? I see a lot of good things. So we're going to get started. Keep writing things on the side. You know, you can even throw non sequiturs in because it's been that kind of show already. So let's see what we got. I want to hear the best slogan of an air fryer.
Me.
Daniel.
You fried chicken. You fried butter. Now try frying air.
Me.
Amy.
It doesn't matter what I say as long as I say it with conviction.
Me.
Corey.
Air fryers. When you want some fry later, use that stuff to fry your fries.
Me.
Jared.
Air has been getting off too easy for too long. Put it to work frying.
Me.
Ian had one. Ian.
Air fryer. It's a green appliance that doesn't produce anything green.
Me.
Daniel.
Air fryers, convincing you that chicken and French fries are somehow healthy.
Audrey had her hand up.
Air fryers, even better than air monks.
Me.
Corey.
Air fryers. Who wouldn't want it? Better to have that than to have just a plain old McDonald's.
Me.
Jared.
Air fryer, the best way to cook your offspring.
Me.
Ian.
Air fryers, the club where you roast air comedians.
You know what? I want to go to the back to cheese, and I would like to hear the slogan for Brie.
Me?
Meredith.
Brie. She aight.
Me.
Amy.
Brie. Because a rind is a terrible thing to waste.
Me.
Daniel.
Brie, not as good as Madison, but she'll do fine.
Me.
And let's go to Jared. We had Jared.
Brie, the second best cheese after American to make a grilled cheese with.
I like it. And I see over in the chat, I see Spurtle, and I don't know what Spurtle is. So I'm hoping by the slogans, we will learn what a Spurtle is, and hopefully it was not just a typo.
Me.
Ian.
Spurtles, because the Scots have to have weird names for everything, even wooden spatulas.
Me.
Amy.
Spurtles, the water-dwelling companion to the Sportus.
Me.
Me.
Daniel.
Spurtles, the Family Dollar version of sprinkles.
Me.
Jared.
Squirtles. So if you ever run into something that's half squirt, half turtle, you got a name for it.
You know what? I see QVC on the side. I would like to see the best slogan from QVC.
Me.
Ian.
Yeah, QVC, come down to shop and you can have a really good cheesesteak.
Me.
Jared.
QVC, because we have no idea what the letters Home Shopping Network start with.
Me.
Corey.
QVC. I don't even know what the abbreviations are for that word.
Me.
Amy.
QVC. When your pipes are ready to move on from PVC.
And scene. And I think Jared has something that he'd like to talk to us all about.
I would! Just takes a second for me to figure out all that technology. Hey, audience! You know what? Thank you for coming out here tonight. Let's talk a little about little the cheddar cheese. We have instituted a policy of pay what you think that we are worth. We do not want to put a dollar sign on what you think enjoyment, the value of enjoyment and happiness is. We're going to be throwing some links down in the chat right there. That's the opportunity, if you'd like, to donate what you think we're worth. Maybe you think what you're seeing tonight is worth $100. Maybe you think it's worth $1,000. I made the $1 million joke at the beginning of the show, so I'm not going to go ahead and make it again. At the end of the day, the most important thing to us is that people can laugh and have fun and enjoy themselves, and maybe subscribe to my Facebook page. I know I shouldn't be doing plugs or anything like that, but you know what? I've got the mic and I'm in the middle of the screen, so I'll do whatever the gosh darn heck I want right now. But to bring it around, link is in the chat. Please, whatever you think that we are worth. And you know what? I think I would like to call Ian up and go ahead and bring us to, sadly, our final game of the night.
Aw, yes, it is our final game of the night. And hey, you might debate about what you wish to pay, but there's no debate that we're worth quite a bit, and there's no debate going to be like the debate we're about to have in Debate Club. So, Corey, we won't worry about unmuting you. You are our fam tonight, Corey, so if I can get your attention for a moment. You just type in the chat anything from the board or not on the board that you want to hear about in this debate. Was there a topic we covered and you want more of, or a topic we didn't cover that you need to hear about?
Well, I would like to discuss more about rabbits.
Rabbits, okay, rabbits it is. The subject just keeps multiplying, and we've got all of our cast on board to talk all about it because they're all experts on rabbits, and we're going to hear them debate it. And since Amy was first up, we will lead with her on the floor. As we get our debaters in place, we will let Amy begin to tell us all about rabbits.
You know, rabbits are really sweet. They're very cute little creatures with floppy ears and a fluffy little tail, and they like to hop around.
Challenge.
Audrey.
Actually, they prefer to use motor scooters.
Really? They've gotten sophisticated. Tell us about that.
It's true. Rabbits no longer hop. They use a Vespa. They have to pay for the gas with a credit card, so they're always in debt. Unfortunately, this does mean that they need to take out some spurious loans. So a lot of rabbits.
Meredith.
They're not actually taking out loans from a bank. They're taking out loans from a loan shark.
Okay, that would still be loans, so that's not really an objection, is it? Audrey?
Exactly. So unfortunately, lots of rabbits find themselves passing on their debt to their children.
Hey, Amy.
If there's lots of rabbits, how can they be alone?
That's quite true. Tell us.
Because rabbits like to congregate because there's safety in numbers, and they are always looking for predators like coyotes or a cat or
Challenge.
Jared.
That sounds like rabbits are being tricky, and everybody knows tricks are for kids.
That's true, Jared. Tell us about that.
Yeah, because rabbits, while they do get pulled out of hats, are not magicians. Those are kids. Those are tricks. It's not real. When rabbits get too close to magic shows, unless they're coming out of a hat, of course. You know why? Because rabbits ruin shows.
Jonathan.
What do you mean magic's not real?
Oh, Jonathan, you'll have to clue us in on this.
You know, you come here, you spend your Friday night, and some old guy has the audacity to tell me that magic is not real. And
Challenge.
I'm right now.
Jared.
Jonathan is older than I am. Jonathan is considerably older than I am.
Challenge.
Well, Meredith.
I'm actually older than everyone here.
All right. Tell us your secret.
So the secret is actually the fountain of youth, which the rabbits led me to. They let me hop on the back of their Vespa, and we putted all the way over to Gilmanton, New Hampshire.
Amy.
They only putted because they weren't used to all the fiber from the carrots.
All right. Yes. Tell us about that carrot fiber.
Because you know, you eat a lot of fiber, then you're gonna put around, and that's why there are emissions controls and other kinds.
There are no Vespas with a mission control on it.
That's quite true. That's quite true. A minute left. Tell us about that.
Because mission controls are for things like space missions.
Challenge.
Jonathan.
It's actually emissions controls. Vespas are much greener than regular cars.
Okay, tell us about green cars.
Vespas actually, they recycle all the bad gases and they put it back in. So anything that comes out of a Vespa is just pretty much air. That's why people ride them all the time in foreign countries, and they have better air than we do.
Challenge.
Hey, Meredith,
Oh gosh, the air that comes out of Vespas actually is bark.
tell us about that.
So the reason why Vespas are not going that fast is because the fuel that they do use actually condenses and shapes
Challenge.
tree
Jared,
bark.
The reason Vespas don't go fast is because Vespa drivers don't have the guts to crank those babies to the max.
tell us about the psychology of Vespa drivers. 30
That's
seconds
right.
to go.
Vespa drivers are just very cautious people.
Challenge.
Amy,
I've been to Italy. Vespa drivers are not cautious at all.
entirely true, entirely true. Tell us more about Italy.
Because in Italy, they'll just racing around on
No,
their scooters. And just,
challenge.
Jared,
Amy, every time we do debate, somehow brings it to some foreign trip she's been on, and we can't let her do that again here.
actually we can because I'm the moderator. Tell us more about Italy, Amy.
Italy's bellissimo. Absolutely beautiful.
Challenge.
Hey, Audrey.
I've seen Lady and the Tramp, and that's not how they talk from Italy.
All right, how do they talk from Italy, Audrey?
Oh, they talk like this, and they give the spaghetti to the dogs, and the dogs put their faces in it, and they share the spaghetti and the meatball.
Challenge.
Meredith.
The dogs don't use their faces, they use forks like civilized beings.
Tell us about civilized dogs with 10 seconds to go.
So these puppies that are here eating the spaghetti from these Italian men, they are actually using forks to eat the spaghetti with.
Challenge.
Jared.
No, we all remember that Tramp used his nose to push a meatball.
We all
across
do
the
remember that.
table.
Maybe some not as well as you, so tell us about it.
Oh yeah. Only weirdos like Tramp dogs and occasionally my Uncle Harry use their nose to push meatballs around.
Challenge.
Meredith.
I actually went on a date with Uncle Harry. He used a spoon, like a civilized being.
You win, Meredith. Having a date with Uncle Harry definitely earns you a victory.
Hold on, we're almost there. Oh, hold on, technical stuff. We are going. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming out tonight. Woo! What a good time that was. I would like to reiterate uno more time, if we could get the links thrown in the chat. If you'd like to pay us what we're worth, mangi. That was Italian, and the Tramp dog said those words exactly. We've gone all over that tonight. Hey, everybody, if you'd like to book us for birthday parties or other formal events like ballet recitals, go ahead, go online, bring your own improv. Let us know. We'd love to show up and just make you laugh and make your special occasion even that much more special. If you're going back and you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. We love likes and we love subscriptions, just like anybody else. So please do it. If you haven't done it yet, come on. And you only have to use your fingers, super low energy. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to thank all the volunteers tonight, the volunteers who came on in and joined in the scenes, the volunteers who typed great stuff over in the chat. Oh, goodness gracious. And I'm going to interrupt and throw a big thank you out to the Silva family, who I absolutely adore. And I grew my hair long just to be like Sean, for getting a ticket. Thank you so much. Sean, you got to grow your beard like mine, buddy, though. I'd like to thank the fam. Thanks, Corey, our featured audience member tonight. A big ol' thank you. And you know who else I'd like to thank? I would like to thank our awesome, hilarious cast. So let's throw out a big thank you to Jonathan.
I hope everybody had fun tonight.
And a big thank you to Audrey.
What a lovely bella notte.
Oh, how about a great big old thank you to Amy.
I miss travel.
Oh, and let's throw a big woo-woo thanks out to Meredith.
Oh boy, I can't wait to go out on my date with Uncle Harry tomorrow.
And a huge big old thank to our friend Ian.
I have to say, Jared, I think Topiary was a Bush League get.
I agree. Also,
And scene.
come on, everybody, wave your way out. Let's see the palms of your hands. Show him. Wiggle those fingers.